And that's something I was saying. Yeah, I did a, what was it, well, a computer programming, well, it wasn't computer programming, it was spreadsheets, databases and word processing. I've got some qualifications in each. And while I was studying, I put, would it be a spreadsheet, I put a formula into to calculate. It was supposed to add 1 and 1 and get 2, but it added 1 and got 3. I said to the teacher, I said, it was a back to work course, I said, have I got that formula right? You see, he looked at it, he said, yeah, the formula's right. The computers added it up wrong. He said, yeah, they do make mistakes. They're not infallible. Nothing is. So there you go. I mean, somebody could more than likely hack a computer anywhere if they know what they're doing. I mean, I've read books on ethical hacking. I started a course on it, but I didn't complete either because it's just not my subject. I'm just not interested in stuff like that. It's a bit dry for me. But yeah, I learnt from that yeah, you can hack computers anywhere if you know what you're doing and cover your tracks. So yeah, and I've read a book on computer forensics and IT forensics and all that, and it said, yeah, you can cover your tracks so that nobody can tell you've done it, or they can't tell who's done it, or whatever. They say, I had to be recorded on every switch and router from you to the computer, but if you've hidden your tracks, they won't know who's done it. They won't know it's you who's done it. Or you can confuse a computer by concealing your identity. You can tell a computer anything and it'll believe you. So it doesn't really matter, does it? You could hack the driver and vehicle licensing authority computer. You could hack the criminal records computer, I've no doubt. I mean, I was told by somebody years ago, they knew somebody who worked in criminal records and they could delete a record if they wanted to. They shouldn't, but they would. But that was a long time ago, but no doubt you could hack the system and do it yourself now. I couldn't, but somebody could hack it and alter and delete my driving entitlement, and I wouldn't know. I could be driving down the road, could get stopped and I've no idea why I didn't have a driving licence, would I? And would the police? Have they given up? Do they know? I mean, I know somebody who's had been stopped several times on electric scooters. Well, they're not really fit for the pavement, are they? They go too fast. And that's where I said, I've never been stopped once on an electric bike. They don't even notice the battery in the motor. And if you're riding sensibly, they're not interested because you're not going to injure anybody, including yourself. So there's no point in stopping you because there'll be so much paperwork to do. Yeah, I mean, there's graffiti on the neighbour's house. I rang the police about it. They said, well, it's a 5-minute phone call. It'd take me 4 hours to type that up. And then we'll see if there's a car locally, and I'll ask them to come if they have time. And nobody ever came. And it was quite disgusting, the graffiti on the house. And I helped scrape it all off and stuff, and nothing was ever done. They got somebody in to come from about 17 miles away with a very high-powered steam cleaner to blast the paint off the wall because we couldn't scrape it off; it was too thick. We tried solvents and thinners and stuff, and it wouldn't wash it off. We don't know what sort of paint it was, so you don't know how to take it off. Literally came and blasted it off with a really high-pressure steam cleaner, and it did the job. You couldn't see where it said. I think there's still marks on the wall, but you can't interpret what it said because it was disgusting. But there you go. I mean, I've digressed. Well, I don't race Reliant Robins because they tend to roll if you go around corners fast. But apparently they ban things that win, like Reliant Robin races. I don't know. I mean, 3-wheelers, I've got a trike. I've never rolled it. It feels a bit sort of unstable, but I guess the thing is the axle's okay. It's just the rear forks that fasten onto the axle aren't substantial enough, and it's them that flex. But then if something like that doesn't flex, it's going to break. But it flexes a bit to the point where you think it's going to tip over, but it isn't. It's just the thing flexing. Somebody vandalised it while I was out. I hadn't been out for weeks because sometimes I just can't face the world. It's not embarrassment. It's just, I don't know. My nana was like that. And that's the thing. I hadn't been out for weeks. I'd done an awfully long bike ride. And when I got back, my trike had been taken out the front garden. It was in the middle of the footpath, blocking the footpath, public footpath. The footpath by the side of the road, and the mudguard had been vandalised. I've no idea why. Somebody said to me, "Oh, it's kids." They're possibly right. And after they'd said that, there was a beer bottle put next to the trike. What that means, beer bottle lid, that means doesn't mean anything. It could mean the kids around the back are alcoholics, it could mean the kids down the road are alcoholics, it could mean someone else is alcoholic, they could be accusing me of being an alcoholic. It doesn't mean anything. Hints can mean anything, and sometimes they're not here. That you take them as hints, and they're not hints. The whole thing, the whole system, the whole world is mad if you ask me. It's crazy.